These are Juggalos. They're fans of the Detroit-based hip-hop group Insane Clown Posse, or ICP, and other artists from ICP's Psychopathic Records. They're difficult to explain. If you search Juggalo on Urban Dictionary, it's defined as Darwin's biggest obstacle. And if you ask a Juggalo what they are, they don't explain it well either. They tend to answer with the word family. ICP even made a song called What is a Juggalo? I'll start playing it in the background now.
What is a juggalo? Let me think for a second. Oh, he gets butt naked, and then he walks through the streets winking at freaks with a 2-liter stuck in his butt cheeks. What is a juggalo? He just don't care. He might try to put a weave in his nut hair, cause he can give a fuck less what a bitch thinks. He tell her that a butt stinks and all that. What is a juggalo?
The Juggalos do share some behaviors, like drinking and spraying the cheap soft drink Faygo, having the spider leg style haircut, making and responding to whoop whoop calls, and wearing hatchet gear, which is basically just the band's merchandise. And of course, they listen to ICP. ICP's music falls under a subgenre of hip-hop called horrorcore, which is known for horror-themed and darkly transgressive lyrics and imagery. They pretty much just rap about all things bad. I'll play some examples.
I plant bombs in my lawn. Fuck your stepsister, pussy drama. Oh shit, you so lit, blow shit in half and laugh, they don't know shit. Smoke shit, go kid, full clip, wall of glass, you broke it, dope shit. I see the devil every time I fuck a bitch. Tell her I'll call and throw her number in a ditch. I build pipe bombs with duct tape, fill with gunpowder. That's all it takes. I see the devil every time I score some meth.
Most of their songs go something like that, but they do sometimes play strangely uplifting stuff about family, belonging, and other seemingly random positive things, like these.
It's summertime, and I'm feeling jolly, all food on the fire, boats in the water, and taking time off from my cereal slaughtering. And I see miracles every day, ocean spanning beyond my sight, and a million stars way above them at night. You don't have to be high to look in the sky and know that's a miracle open wide. Look at the mountains, trees, the 7 seas. We come to have fun. I got my dick in your hot dog bun.
Whether you find this music good or not, everyone is protected by the First Amendment of the Constitution to listen to and enjoy any music you want. I'd go as far as to say you're even protected by the 9th Amendment to listen to ICP. However, in 2011, the FBI labeled the ICP fan base a gang, placing all Juggalos alongside Bloods, Crips, and MS-13 after a string of crimes were committed by people who identified as Juggalos.
February 2009. 2 men calling themselves Juggalos are arrested after the body of 21-year-old Michael Goucher is found in the woods, stabbed more than 20 times. September 2009, and 21-year-old Tony Lacasio is left to die after being beaten with baseball bats. He called himself a Juggalo, but it's alleged he snitched and lost his life. How do you write a line like, "From Pluto to your anus, we are underground famous"?
That's dope, man. Welcome to the world of rap.
But isn't this almost pre-pubescent, barely literate writing?
Probably to you. You know what I mean?
Not to me, I'm asking you.
Because you sound smart as a mother.
Explain to me the fixation with rape, violence, and murder in the lyrics, particularly. What does it mean if you call a song "I'ma Kill You"?
It means I'm gonna kill you.
It's.
But I mean, how you take that? I mean, are you like a grown retard or something?
Yeah,
you're gonna go out and do
some
it.
kind of
you know?
murderer to begin with. Then it might affect you weird. But if you're anybody else,
If you're
it
normal.
means I could take you to Walmart and show you some pretty scary sounding horror movies.
Even according to law enforcement sources, only about 10 to 15% of the roughly 1 million self-proclaimed Juggalos are criminals and/or gang members. Juggalos will tell you that reported statistic is even heavily exaggerated. Therefore, hundreds of thousands of harmless music lovers are now subject to discrimination. In result, on September 16th of 2016, the Juggalos held a march on Washington, D.C. to protest this. where I heard personal stories from juggalos about their experiences or their friends' experiences with juggalo oppression.
My children grow up in a place where music is a crime! Are we a criminal gang? No!
Why are you a juggalo?
I was accepted by all these random people with no judgment at all. But I love the music.
Why do you think the FBI described you guys as a hybrid gang?
Because everyone in their own clique has a few bad apples.
Has any of it affected you, like the ruling?
I was harassed by the police for having a hatchet man on my neck and my arm. And I was inside the grocery store. I was trying to shop for my family.
Has it affected you personally?
Yes, it has. I was at a 4-H fair, which is just like a county fair. They had an officer's booth there where you can put on beer goggles or whatever. He saw my hatchet chain. It was a little bit bigger than this one. This is just a smaller version. And he pulled me to the side and started a legal search of the hatchet man from this. And he's telling me, where are the drugs at? Where are the drugs at? And I'm like, dude, I don't have any drugs. I don't do drugs. The FBI put juggalos on a gang list because less than 1% of them committed a crime. And happened to be juggalos.
I got in with it because they were the only people in my school who'd be friends with me was juggalos. Nobody, I didn't know anything about it, but nobody liked me except for ICP fans.
They found out where I went to school, and I posted some lyrics on my MySpace, and the gang director or whatever from Texas came up to my school in Ohio and pulled me out, brought me to the principal's office, had my mom there crying, like saying I was in a gang.
I have friends who are police officers, who are lawyers, who are afraid to show their face even at the march today because if they are seen here, they're seen associating with a gang and will lose their job.
I've been pulled over before, and strictly because I was a juggalo. I had a sticker on my car. Got pulled out of the car, put in the back of the police car, tore my car apart, and left me on the side of the road.
Why do you guys think it got that FBI ruling stigma thing, the gang report?
Because local police departments can get federal money if they claim that there's a gang in the neighborhood. Juggalos all over the place.
Well, any group you're going to find troublemakers. You get a bunch of people together.
Sometimes they're fighting with the parents.
Stereotypes are typically born of real things, but again, you don't paint with a broad brush. You don't take an isolated anecdotal incident and then use that to paint an entire group of people, probably millions or whatever, a lot. And I mean, you look at a million people, you're going to find whatever you want.
Some people are losing jobs.
Losing their kids. Custody battles. Because if somebody's there in court, somebody's lawyer stands up and says, Your Honor, the mother is in a gang, look at her tattoo, it's right there, then guess what? She's not getting those kids back.
You're getting kicked out of the military, not allowed to join, can't sign up.
The FBI's National Gang Report defines a gang as a group of 3 or more people whose members collectively identify themselves by adopting a group identity, like the police, which they use to create an atmosphere of fear and intimidation by employing a slogan, symbol, tattoo, or other physical marking. Like the police, the association's purpose, in part, is to engage in criminal activity, and the association uses violence or intimidation to further its political objectives. The police's all-encompassing use of quotas is more of a threat to public safety and civilians' economic interests than any self-identifying juggalo gang member. The police get more funding when they report increased gang activity in their neighborhood, and it is not difficult to spot someone wearing clown makeup. If the police used the same logic they use to justify discriminating against juggalos with all groups and demographics, the police themselves would be more applicable to the FBI's definition of a gang than juggalos. Anyone can self-identify with a group and commit a crime, and when that happens, the rest of the people also self-identifying with said group are not punished, unless you identify as a juggalo. So, I propose a solution. Declare ICP and its fan base as an official religious group. This would not be that difficult to claim. ICP music features a quote-unquote dark carnival mythology that heavily delves into morality. The Guardian writer John Ronson even characterized ICP as evangelical Christians who just pretend to be brutal and sadistic to trick their fans into believing in God. Juggalos should be taking notes on this man.
Anything else you want to say to the world? Any advice on Juggalos?
Be open-minded. Don't judge a book by its cover. Go to a show and you'll see the camaraderie and the family spirit. And if you're like me, you can feel energy. You'll feel the presence of the dark carnival, the energy, the magic in the air. It's here. It's live. It's real. It's a spirit.
Okay. If every Juggalo talked about ICP music like that, then they'd have religious status in no time.
It's been Christian Ike here with Juggalo News.
Fuck you, San Diego. What is a juggalo? Let me think for a second.
EJ, what are you about to do, bro?
We about to fucking drop this bomb right here to the porta potty.
All right, let's do it. This is that shit. Oh. Get back, EJ. Close the door. There we go. Oh. Oh, shit. That scared the fuck out of me, yo.